Hey guys, so kind of doing another video right now, just another vlog. I've been kind of inactive on YouTube and Instagram a lot lately, just because I've been more focused on training and whatnot for the fight. Uh, I think for the past few weeks or so overall, I've been kind of reevaluating a lot of things about myself when it comes to my training and my own, even my own grappling style. There's like things that were, I guess, like never really addressed before, or might have been, I think, were addressed at times, but never really fully elaborated on. And I think one thing is like my stand-up game when it comes to grappling and jiu-jitsu is like still pretty bad. Um, I noticed that there's a lot of, and it's something that one guy pointed out to me where it was like that I was like almost kind of like moving without purpose, which the more I thought about it, it kind of made sense. Like I was kind of putting this forward pressure standing up just for the sake of it going to the ground, and then which I move a lot better on the ground. I feel a lot more comfortable on the ground, which in a jiu-jitsu sense makes sense, but when it comes to other things like especially like an MMA cage match, it's not really an ideal position to be in. Um, so I'm kind of reevaluating a lot of that. I've been looking into some wrestling drills I'm going to start adding to my training regimen a bit to get more comfortable moving on the ground, or not moving on the ground, but moving in my stand-up game more. I think the other thing too is I'm starting to get more comfortable with striking a bit more, particularly with boxing. I think part of it is just because it's been more of an invested times into that than with kickboxing. I mean, with kickboxing, it's like most of the time I've been learning sweeps, which kind of blends in with my grappling background a bit more too, because then it kind of sets up for takedowns and whatnot. Um, but it's a weird thing where it's like and the biggest issue I've had when it comes to striking is like my footwork. Uh, I've never been comfortable on my feet, especially because it's like I'm flat-footed. Like I have no arches on my feet whatsoever, and I'm duck-toed, so my feet are basically going out like this. I could line my ankles up, and my feet are just naturally at that point. So, Wu-Tang. So I just I'm getting used to adjusting my feet more to be more pointed straight forward and whatnot. I'm starting to get kind of used to kickboxing and boxing a bit more. In that is I'm training it every day, Monday through Friday. So it's like okay, well I'm getting used to it. The weird thing though I noticed is that the styles are kind of almost blending together in a weird sense. And it's like what, and I noticed it a lot for instance when I was doing some shadow boxing before the boxing class was starting. I noticed I was in a bit more of a tight stance where I'm just my arms are up like this, whereas with the shadow boxing I was doing for kickboxing, it was me more like this. So it's like I don't know if that's normal for a lot of people. I guess maybe part of it is just me getting comfortable with the styles and whatnot, but they're starting to blend together a bit more. Um, I'm definitely a lot more comfortable with peekaboo though, just because it's like I feel a lot more used to just being up close and personal, especially just because it's like without my glasses I'm nearsighted. Like I could look at my camera on my phone right now and it's like looks super blurry. So excuse me for the yawn. I think there's some stuff I might lean more towards that in the future later on down the line. But I'm finding with kickboxing that there are some maneuvers when it comes to cutting angles and whatnot that blends in really well with the peekaboo style. So there's that. I'm still not super comfortable with my kicks though. I've been working on trying to unlock my hips more, so that way I can actually throw them more competently than just oh, here's a teep. I think the big thing I've been dealing with lately though is I've developed a shin splint on my shin. Um, it was kind of a weird thing at first because I was like, oh, maybe it's just a bruise, and then it kind of developed into a bit of an arch in a sense, or kind of a dip like that, which I was at first surprised and scared about, and then I started doing research on it. Apparently, it is super normal for that to occur when you start conditioning your shins for Muay Thai. No one told me it prior to, so I was like freaking out. But apparently, it's normal. You just have to like really do a lot of massaging and stretching and rolling out of that area to get even it out. Some people get them, some people don't. It's just kind of luck of the draw, I guess. Um, but yeah, I think, and the other thing too I noticed is that by training different like multiple disciplines every day, it's I get a menagerie of other injuries along with that as well. Like for instance, I started out my sessions with boxing, which it's very heavy on the forearms. So which one thing I noticed is that as I'm doing boxing, my arms actually start to get more tired. So it's like let's say I do jujitsu afterwards, I don't really have a whole lot of strength in my arms. So, um, but I've been looking up different ways to try and deal with those situations to help um, rectify it a bit better. Um, but yeah, I think that's the thing I've been noticing a lot is it's a unique journey this time around because it's like I'm learning so much and I'm learning all these different things that even things that aren't even being covered in class. I'm going online and researching and learning about to try and adapt to my game plan and whatnot, and how I'm doing my recoveries and whatnot. Um, but also I've been kind of reevaluating a lot of things. So yeah. But oh my goodness, I'm yawning a lot. I'm also trying to get used to a new sleep schedule because I'm going to be adding some more conditioning to my training regimen. So that'll help out that later down the line. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Um, I'm probably for the thumbnail for this. I'm gonna probably put a picture of the little dip I mentioned in my shin thing. If you're wondering on how to deal with that sort of thing, you can go online, look it up. Kind of the things that are helping me out though is doing doing stretches on your shins where you're laying shins down on the ground with your feet flat, facing the floor, and you hold that. Apparently, though, there's like two things you could probably end up getting. It's either a shin splint or a stress fracture, where where it's like if it's a shin splint, it's gonna be like a kind of a prolonged pain slash like soreness that's gonna hang around. Whereas like a stress fracture is gonna be like a one sing. It usually is gonna probably be at like one singular point. There's other symptoms that go along with it, but most of the symptoms I have are lining up more with shin splints, so I'm kind of just treating it as a shin splint right now. But yeah, if you lay your foot on lay your leg like that with your foot facing the ground, and have it nice and flat like that, that's a stretch you can do right there. You can also get a foam roller and put your shin on top of the foam roller and roll it across and do that a bit. The same thing as before, where it's if you're feeling like pain and whatnot, that's normal. If the pain starts to go away, like go away after a little bit as you're rolling, like 30 seconds into it, that means it's going away. It's one of those things you have to do it make it kind of like your part of your daily routine to get rid of at some point. But if it's just staying on there for the long periods of time, I think it's like you're supposed to just stay off of it, period. And if it's super serious, like it's nothing but pain all the time, you'll probably have to go to a doctor for it. But yeah. Excuse me. Not really much else to kind of report on. It's most of my time has just been going towards training and training and training and training. Um, I'm really looking forward to the fight. Uh, I'm not. I mean, I'm nervous, obviously, but at the same time, though, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really embracing it. It's kind of setting in place in my head that this is a real thing that's going to happen. That I am going into the cage, and I will be facing off with another man in the cage and fighting. So, but yeah, if you like the video, please leave a like if you like it. If you want to see more content, please subscribe as well and ring the bell for notifications if anything else comes up. You can also follow me on Instagram at Truckin' and Fightin'. The other thing too, and I am more open to doing other videos outside of this if anyone has any other suggestions. So just leave a just leave a comment on something you want me to kind of discuss more, whether it's trucking or MMA training, martial arts training, and whatnot. I'm thinking about doing a video on another trucking topic at some point. It might be over self-driving trucks because I actually have some thoughts and opinions about that. So, but yeah, so hope you enjoy. Bye bye.